Good day, students. Today we're going to look at solution to number 6 multiple choice, or number 3 multiple choice, number 3, which is on page 41. It's a part of chapter 6 sample quiz in book 3. So number 3 multiple choice. It is asking us to find the perimeter, find the perimeter of the triangle below. Now the perimeter is what? The perimeter of an object is the distance around an object. And for perimeter, we simply do what? Add all sides together. So we need to add, a triangle has 3 sides, so we need to add all 3 sides together, right? Now we can see that this is a special type of triangle called a right triangle. You can tell by the right angle down here, right? We call this a right triangle. And the side opposite the right angle is the longest side. That has a special name, the hypotenuse, and the other two are actually called legs. So this side here, 8, is called a leg of a right triangle, and this one up here is also called a leg. However, we can't add the 3 sides together to get the hypotenuse or to get the perimeter, because we don't know this leg. This leg is missing. So the perimeter right now is what? The perimeter, I'll call it capital P for perimeter, is 10 plus 8 plus, don't know it, that unknown side. So this is a 2-step process, right? We're going to have to find the length of the unknown side first. So find the length of the leg. Okay, how do we find the length of that leg? Well, you should know what to use at this stage. It's a right triangle, so we're going to use a very famous theorem. I'm sure you've used it many times. It's called the Pythagorean theorem. And in the Pythagorean theorem it says if you square the 2 legs and add them together, you will get the hypotenuse squared. It's equal to the sum of those 2 squared legs is equal to the hypotenuse squared. Now some people write it as leg squared. I've seen people use the actual word leg equals hypotenuse squared, right? Now we know the hypotenuse, so we're going to have to subtract here. Anytime you're looking for a leg, you always subtract, because if I put 10, let's look at 10, which is the hypotenuse, and put that in here for C, and I'm going to put 8 in here for say B, then I have to solve for A, meaning I have to bring B over to the other side, or B squared, and solve. So let's go through that process. So we got A squared, let's call A the missing leg, B I'll call the other leg we know. Now some of you may know the answer already, because this is a very common Pythagorean triple. Pythagorean triples are 3 numbers that fit into the Pythagorean theorem. So this is a very common right triangle, in other words. And you probably know the answer already. 8 squared is 64, 10 squared is 100. So when you find a leg, look what you got to do. You got to subtract the larger number. So subtract 64 from both sides, and you're only left with A squared on this side. So A squared is equal to, when you subtract, 36. Therefore A itself is the square root of 36, so A is equal to 6. And I guess some of you already knew that, because 6, 8, 10, right, is a very common right triangle. Okay? Now that means we can take out this question mark right here and put in now the leg we found. Okay? And that leg, of course, is 6. So let's put that in right here. Now we can get the perimeter. 10 plus 8 plus 6 is 18, plus 6, of course, that is 24. So the perimeter, the final answer for the perimeter, is right there. The perimeter is 24 units. So the answer is C.